My question for you today is, we think we're awake as humans, but most of us are still sleeping. We're barely scratching the surface of how we can make a change in our life, how we can, awaken and start living our best life spiritually and in the present moment. There are many people who are stuck in ego, stuck in anxiety, stuck in bitterness, resentment. So, Sister Shivani, I would love for you to speak to us today that I want to start a new journey. There could be so many people in the world that want to awaken and start this beautiful journey. It's never too late. We're never too old for that. So I would love for you to guide us on that, sister.
Spiritually fundamental, the root. And of course, then there are a lot of steps on which we begin a new way of thinking. But so we say it's awakening to a new way of thinking. But before that, it is awakening to a new way of being, which means the consciousness. So if my consciousness is right, then my intentions, thoughts, feelings, everything is coming out of that. But if I just try and work on my thinking, my feelings, it works sometimes, it doesn't work sometimes because my root consciousness of who I am is not set to what is the truth. So, like you said, ego. So, what is ego? So, when we ask ourselves, what is ego? So, we feel if I believe I'm right, I'm the only one who can do it, or I'm superior to people, that is ego. That's what we've heard while we were growing up. But what I understand spiritually is a very simple working definition. Ego is attachment to a wrong image of myself. Attachment to a wrong image of myself. And when there will be attachment, there will be fear of losing what I'm attached to. So, attachment to a wrong image of myself means if I had to introduce myself to someone, or if even if I ask myself, who am I? So, the answer to the fundamental question, who am I? So, I is always look at the body first thing in the morning and say, how am I looking today? Even when we say, how am I feeling today? It will be something, my gut is like this, my head is paining, or today I'm perfectly fine. That I also am referring to the body. So I've grown fat, I'm losing weight. It's always referring to the body. So I look at the body as I, then I give my name, my role, my position, my qualification, my relationship, my country, my nationality, my religion, my caste. All of these are important. They're extremely important, but they are all mine. They
Mhm.
are all what I have acquired on this journey of life. And this whole journey is about acquiring and sometimes even losing. I acquire relationships, but on the journey, I lose people also. I acquire role and position. On the journey, it keeps changing. And one day a day comes that I lose that designation. I've retired. But if we see sometimes people would like to hold on to that designation after that designation is no more their identity also. Because of the feeling that if I am not this, then who am I? So I will hold on to it saying I am X so and so. I'm retired so and so because that is how I introduce myself to other people.
Mhm.
And so attachment to a wrong image of myself. It's like if I give you a gift, it's so beautifully packed. Sometimes nowadays the ribbons are so pretty, the wrapping paper is so beautiful, and it's so beautiful that we may think this is so pretty, this is the gift of my life. But all those ribbons are all my relationships. So I just need to keep it aside for a minute and say, okay, these are the ribbons of my life. Then there is a label on the gift. Those are all my roles, positions, designations. Keep it aside for 10 seconds. These are mine. And then that wrapping paper is everything that we use to drape ourselves, which is all branded today. Keep it aside. It's just the wrapping paper. And inside, there is a very, very beautiful velvet box. It's so beautiful that I think this is my gift, but this is just the box. And so that box is this body. This is this body, which I'm living my entire life thinking this is who I am. But just open the box, and there is that beautiful, flawless, valuable diamond inside. So rarely are we reaching the diamond. We are so engaged in all the wrapping paper, the frills, the labels, and most important, this velvet box. So I'm living my life without knowing who I am. So that diamond is I, which we can call the soul, the spirit, the consciousness. In Hindi, we call it Atma, light. Words are many, but it's not the word which is important. It's the awareness that I am this energy, this is matter, my body, and everything else I achieve while I'm on this journey in this body. Today I'm in this body, tomorrow I will leave. And when I will leave, I don't die. It's the body which dies. So fear of death will slowly just disappear from life because we thought, I die, I don't die. It's my body which is not functional, and so I need to change the body just like I change my costume every day, my clothes. I am eternal. So energy doesn't get created, doesn't get destroyed. We change costumes, and on this journey of multiple costumes, on this journey of life and death, I create karma, I create sanskars, and so when I, the soul, leave this costume, everything will be left behind. The only thing that goes with me is my sanskar, which means my nature, my personality, and my karma. So that it becomes my priority of life. So now I'm very clear. I'm a soul. My karma and sanskar is my eternal thing which is going to remain with me. Everything else which is there with me is temporary, important, but temporary. So now my way of living life will change. Now my priorities while doing everything that I'm doing will change. Now achievement is very important, but the state of my mind while achieving is more important than my achievement. So doing right is very important, but being right is more important than doing right. And when I'm being right, then doing right will automatically come into play. So awakening to this reality. So what we practice spiritually is the journey from 100% ego consciousness to shift towards a journey of 100% soul consciousness. That is the purpose of this spiritual journey. So when there is ego consciousness, there will be stress, there will be anger, there will be expectations, there will be attachment, there will be fear, and the long list. And soul consciousness, the original nature of every soul, is purity, peace, love, happiness, power, knowledge, and bliss. These seven sanskars, these seven natures, is the personality of every soul. In Hindi, it's called Sato Guni Atma, means the soul is made of seven qualities. Like the body is made of five elements, soul is made of these seven qualities: purity, peace, love, power, happiness, knowledge, and bliss. But today, we're looking for all these seven outside. So my whole way of living changes. I want happiness. I want love from people. I'm looking for peace. I exercise power by controlling people. So my original seven qualities, I'm looking for it outside. So I am asleep. This is the sleep of ignorance. So we need to awaken to the truth, who we are. Then I understand who you are. So when I know myself, I start understanding people around me. Otherwise, we are relating to people only based on their achievements. Just you visualize yourself, you're going to meet the chairman or an MD of a company. Your car will first cross somebody at the gate. Then you will enter, there is a receptionist at the desk. Then you will meet the manager of that company. And then you will meet the chairman. 4 minutes, we cross 4 people. But our behavior changes 4 times. Because we are interacting with the role, with the position. So the brother at the security gate, we probably don't even look or acknowledge his presence. The sister at the reception will give a little smile and say good morning. But by the time we reach the top floor, we will be like this. So at the security gate, we are like this. And by the time we reach the top floor, we are like this. So either I am above someone or I'm below someone. Either I'm superior to someone or I'm inferior to someone. I changed 4 times just because I was a role talking to another role. And soul consciousness means respect everyone equally, regard for the position, but respect will not change 4 times. So the whole way of interacting, relationships, everything changes. Even the way we treat the body changes. It all changes completely just by remaining in the awareness, who am I? And that's why, for thousands of years, philosophers have said, if you know the answer of who am I, life will change.